this week we've got something much the same as all we do. Is this was my obtainable dream car. So when this car was released in, I think it was late 2007, early 2008, I used to play about on the BMW configurator. It looked something, I can't find the old one now, but it looks something like this. And on there, you can spec the car with the body colour, the wheels, the interior trim, everything you'd want on your BMW. And you might be able to see it behind me. It's the white E92. Don't know if you can. Hopefully. Don't want to spoil the view for you. But so this car was like the car I aspired to own. It was the one I thought, one day I'm going to own one of them. Fortunately enough, a couple of years ago, I got myself in a situation that I could get one of these cars. So I did. And this week, I'm going to share it with you guys. Here it is then, the E92 M3. It's got a couple of bits bolted to it, being the Carbon Factory GT4 splitter and a GTS wing out the back. So it looks almost like the M3 GTS they released, the orange one. But this is exactly the car that, how many years ago, what year are we on? 17 years ago? I used to play about on the computer after school and build it. The flies even love it. Let's have a little look inside. But I just love it. It's the best car for everything, I think. The only thing you can't do is go on a week-long caravan holiday. I think you'd struggle to tow a caravan and get bikes and everything in. But aside from that, everything else you'd want to do with a car, go to work, go to the track, go on a spirited drive on a weekend, take the wife out for dinner, anything you want to do, it's the best all-round car, in my opinion. I'm sure there's someone else that might, oh, my GT3 is better, but you've spent under £1,000 to get there. You've got to spend a lot more money than the price of these to get a better car. And in my opinion, I don't even think it is a better car. They did such a good job of the E90 as a whole car that why did they have to redesign? Oh, there's some subtle differences inside, this being an M car, is you've got, let me get round here. The other thing you get different, you get an M emboss in your headrest, the DCT shifter, and this armrest that moves. I believe that's the only difference in here compared. Oh, the paddles are different, but really, you wouldn't tell. Slightly deeper bolsters on the seat, but really, they did such a good job with the non-M car that they didn't have to redesign the whole car. Nailed it, BMW. He has got some bits underneath as well. That's probably why you've noticed it's quite low. And that we've got on this car we've got BC Racing RA with external reservoir coilovers and a set of performance friction pads and braided brake lines. And, because this is a V8, the thing you use most, I've got a nice carbon petrol cap. Now, I know what everyone's thinking. Unnecessary, but it's cool, isn't it? Let's be real. And she is low, but that's like the rear tub where the wheels are is so big that the stock wheel is just swallowed up by it. There's no down with that. And then the GTS wing, which is not genuine, so it's showing its age now. It's been on the car a while, so it is. You can't even. I don't think you'll see it. It's got a bit of a crack going on around the end plate here, and I've re-lacquered it poorly, admittedly, but I've re-lacquered it, and it is a bit tired again. I redid it last winter, and it is a bit tired. The M badge again. It's not a new car. Someone had number plate surrounds on it previously, and it scuffed it a little bit. But really, I used this car, and if it was a show car, perfect, I'd be nervous of it. Parking it places, using it on the track, doing all the stuff I do with it. So I'm almost not glad that it's not perfect, but it's perfect to me. And that's the only thing that matters. Oh, Eisman exhaust cap back, so it does make some noise. I'll start it up for you, and then you can hear it. Hopefully it's on cold start. So she does, hopefully you can still hear me, I imagine you can. It does make some noise. Once it comes off cold start, it's not that offensive. Your neighbours aren't going to hate you forever. Really, everything else, I'll show you under the bonnet a bit. It's just, same on the front as well as the back. It's got performance friction pads and the braided brake lines. It's just, I have to hold this because sometimes the gas struts on the bonnet, so it's slightly creeping. It's been on the to-do list for a while, I just keep forgetting. It's one of the things, you know, I don't know, I walk into the kitchen sometimes and I'm like, what did I come in here for? It's the same situation as that. It's just as BMW intended under here. And I think it's like this car is just, I feel like it's not aged. It still feels like a new car to me. I know it's not, it's about 17 years old, this one. But it still feels like BMW would produce it now. That's one of the other reasons why I love it so much. But I really think the special bit about this car is out on the road. So I'll take it up the road. I just want you to hear it. So I've had the front bumper painted 3 times now. So initially, if you remember, like all the E9X cars, and I think some of the new ones, still come with like the big number plate plaque that screws on, and it's the full size of this. I wanted to declutter the front of the car. So initially I had it painted to cover up, to get rid of the holes that they screwed in. But then there was an incident with a Badger after this, and it actually, you can just see like the crack is reappearing. And it ripped it, had a pinnacle splitter, the longer one. I had that on, it broke that, and the bumper. And then, yeah, I had it painted after that. And then it went to Nürburgring, did a load of laps, got peppered in stone chips. And it is a track car, and that is not a track car bumper, because I had it painted again after some laps at Nürburgring last winter. Well, it'd be earlier this year, I think. And it just makes the car look that bit newer. Obviously, not taking into effect the foggy headlights, which I've fixed twice, by the way. And it's just come up this morning telling me that the passenger side dip beam isn't working. So naturally, my headlight ballast got wet again. Mentor. Here we are then, the open road. Just an exquisite noise, really. I don't think anyone's made a higher-revving V8 since. This was produced. Well, that falls over. Like, I don't think this was made at a time when BMW were in Formula One, and I know is it the S85 that's in the E90 M3, the V10? That was like a direct, like, relation to the F1 engine, and this is basically that engine with 2 cylinders missing. So the high-revving NA makes all of its power at the top. It's very racing derived, and I don't think we'll ever see anything like this again. We haven't seen it from, like, BMW, following on from this, went like 3 litre 6 cylinders, like in the F80, and we're seeing that again then in the G80. So I do think the big displacement naturally aspirated cars are definitely a thing of the past, and it's sad, really. Well, it's not sad when you look at the road fund licence costs, but it's sad in that we'll not get anything with this much theatre again, or with this, like, the noise this car makes. Just the experience of driving it. Like, this has been a pre-facelift car. I'll put the light on so you can see me. With it being a pre-facelift car, it's got full hydraulic power steering, so you get all the feedback rather than the later cars with E-Pass or such related products. And everything I've done to this car, and probably everything I will do in the future, is all to aid in that, like, characterful, fulfilling driving experience. And they always said BMW is the ultimate driving machine. And this car is the ultimate driving BMW, in my opinion. I've said it before, I said it earlier in this video probably, you're probably bored of hearing it, but it is, to get a car that's even marginally better than this, you have got to spend, what, how much is a 991 GT3 now? 90, £100,000? And some of these, yeah, they might be high mileage ones, but some of these are up for between 12 and 15,000. And better. That's a call, isn't it? This is better than a GT3. Anyway, I think it is. Just because the whole BMW brand, I think, what that did to me when I was growing up, and what, like, it's a piece of, like, the pictures on my bedroom wall, as you've heard before, were an E36 DTM Super Tourer, a white with red leather E92 M3, and weirdly, I might say weirdly, with them two cars, Aston Martin V8 Vantage. That's an interesting, that always, like, the beauty of that, and I am talking shit, man, but that is one of the cars that, you know, the bedroom wall cars for me. This was the one that, you know, I want you to picture it now. A bed in the corner, slightly rectangle room, bed in the corner, telly, straight in front of the bed. And above that was the M3 poster. Behind the bed was the V8 Vantage Road poster with the Super Tourer in the Vordsteiner livery. That was the bedroom wall at mine growing up. And I didn't think it was possible to... I've not really put any work into this. Like, you'll see in a couple of weeks another car that I'm going to show you about. But that took so much of my time, and really, without diverging too much about my life, that the other car I'm going to show you was a time that really helped me, you know, discover who I was. And oh my God, it sounded very spiritual, isn't it? Christ. Anyway, you get the point that the other car brought something out in me and gave me some confidence in the rest of my life. This car, really on the surface, is just a car. But from being 10, 11, 12 years old, I think one day I'm going to have one of those. Now I'm in a position to not only share it with you, but the people in my life, even Felix here, everyone. It's a privilege to own this car. And don't worry, I do use it how BMW intended. I'll send, there'll be some photos somewhere, might not have been here, might have been earlier on, of it being used appropriately. So you know what to do when you want to see these other cars, like next week, week after, at some point you'll see it. You need to subscribe and like. That really helps us out, especially with just starting, trying to get going. Please like and subscribe, and we can continue showing you all this cool stuff, and maybe even some more, even cooler stuff, if that's possible. I don't think it is this car. I think we might have peaked earlier, but I am biased. We're quite far into the video, but I am going to moan about traffic. It's 6:15. I said traffic, there's 4 cars. It looked more dramatic than it was. It's just, like, in here, what sets this apart as an M car, these buttons here, they didn't have them in the non-M. The DCT shifter. I believe this is different. Something about that's different to a non-M car. The iDrive controller. And I think it might be just, it's like brushed silver rather than just black. I'm not sure. I'll have an answer for you in a minute.
Yeah.
Non-M.
Yeah.
M.
Yeah.
I mean, at least the photos are the same, aren't they? You know what I mean? So you've got the same angle. But you can see it there, how it's like nearly the same size as the base. Then you go for the non-M, and it's like, it's just different. I knew there was something different, but it's not the colour, I was wrong. Anyway, sensational journalism from Scott again there. Nice work. Not only do we do coffee, but you know, as always, car sales, we're always looking for more cars for stock. So if you've got something, doesn't matter if the engines fell out, showroom condition, drop me an email or a message on Instagram. You'll be somewhere on the screen. I'll point everywhere just in case. Drop me a message. And if you need anything doing, service, brakes, suspension, exhaust work, welding, if you've got an MOT failure, again, drop me a message, email. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope to see you and hear from you soon. There's horns going on. Oh, Christ. It's just chaos, isn't it? It's like wacky races around here. Incredible. Just edit me in now to driving Dick Dastardly's car. But no, like this is a little bit of a different flavour, is there? I just want to show you like what it is that makes me tick about a car. And it's not only the car itself, but it's what, not memories, but it's almost nostalgic that I like looked at this car in like BMW showrooms or on Top Gear when Clarkson was like full sideways looking out the side window, and Fifth Gear, Tiff Nadell did the same thing, and he said it was the best balanced car. I think that's what he said. It was the best balanced car he's ever driven, and still now, best part of 20 years on, the fuel light still works, so that's good. The 20 years on, and if you go to the Nürburgring or any track day, you'll see these in abundance, and I think for good reason. And I'll get back, see what this is all about, and I'll fill you in. Are you always happy? You are, I know you are.
You know what Felix means?
What, no?
Happy lucky.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's Latin.
Well, shit me.
Yeah.
Actually, that's no way.
It does.
You're making that up.
No, no.
Alright, anyway, this is sensational content for everyone. But no, thank you for watching, guys. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.